Driving the Jeep to the building. Well, no, I'm driving it to the truck body shed because I got my air conflator in there. And my knee's hurting some because I hurt it yesterday, so I don't want to walk all the way over there. So I'm just going to drive this back there. I'm going to get both air inflators, and I'm going to air the front tires up on that thing. I'm going to move it over here, but I'll take it on a little drive first, just since it's been, I don't want to start it, move it, and shut it off. But of course I can't. Oh yeah, the insurance is canceled on it, so I might not be able to take it. But I wasn't going to take it far anyway. Just going to take it around Liberty Mills, and that's it. So, all right, let's get this started. I haven't drove it since the day I filled it up because gas was, I heard, was going to go up 50 cents. Me and my dad both, but it ended up going down. So, yeah, now I need to drive this again. All right. Yeah, I like this cloudiness here. I was going to use my cameras, but now that I use my phone, both my cameras aren't fully charged, and the codec recharges, so it'd take a little bit, and the Nikon, I don't know where the battery pack for that one is, so yeah, I can't use cameras today. And because of that reason, I haven't freaking been on my laptop in 2-3 months now. Maybe longer than that, but it's been a freaking minute. So let's go and get my compressor, air inflator. Yep, definitely won't hurt putting a maintainer on the Suburban. Since it's going to be quite some time, it's going to be going because it needs a lot of work, so it's just going to sit. So even though the battery's not old, it's from last year, but it's just going to sit there. So, and the Jeep, it doesn't need a maintainer on it. So, yep, now I got to go to the building and get my dad's air inflator. I'm starting to wonder if the White Ranger's in the building because I don't see it outside. Next up, yeah, both the front tires have nails in them, or screws. Passenger one leaks faster than the driver's side one. Driver's side one's not even all the way flat. There it is. Yep, I figured it was in here. So we were going to put it up for sale, but my grandpa's supposed to be here next week, so we're going to offer it to him and see if he wants to drive this thing, if he needs to haul something, because my dad doesn't need it. My grandpa's been looking for a little pickup truck. I think this would, me and him both think this would be perfect for him. Yeah, it's not pretty, but little pickups are not made to be pretty. They're made to be used. And it's not rotted out or rusty. So my grandpa knows my dad wouldn't give him a piece of crap. So there's Ranger and Comet, and both Mark 8s. Unfortunately, the air ride on this one's still not working yet. We have no idea what's going on with it. Tried to put another compressor in it and a module. Nothing at all. So, oh yeah, I'm getting very pissed off. I think I'm going to just convert this thing to regular coil springs because it's getting on my nerves. Not even knowing what the hell's going on with it. But I did start it up, take it outside and run it for, probably a half hour, 45 minutes, I'm not sure. But so there they both are. This is mine. This is my dad's. I got a little 5 amp hour battery in it, which it works fine, but it eats them up pretty quick. So, but I haven't had to change the battery in mine yet. but it's at 3 bars right now. I'm still on the first battery. I bought the inflator and got a 2-pack of 5-amp batteries. I just didn't think it'd eat the batteries like it does, but 6-amp and up is the ones to use for those. But I'm impressed though. These things are great. See, it's still at 3 bars. Haven't had the battery on the charger since the day I freaking got this. Well, of course, I had it on for 2 days, and the other one is just sitting fully charged, of course. I like to make sure all my stuff's charged. I'll put my dad's on the flat tire, and I'll put mine on the not so flat tire. So, because my dad's has got a little more oomph to it, because this is gonna be a pain. Okay, they're both going. Mine's right there. That one's not going to take as long, but they're both in action, and they both are in action, guys. Take a picture of it. And these things air up really, really quick. I mean, they are freaking the best inflators I've ever had. My dad thinks so too. They just work really good. Everybody's starting to get these now. Here, mine's a little lower since I got a smaller battery, but it's still working just as good. I'll see you guys when they're all aired up. Well, let's get this thing started up so I don't start it up and take right off. This window don't go down all the way. So, it goes down a little more than that, but that's it. There's something jammed in there, I think. Ooh. Wasn't happy about that one. Yeah, that one's getting really slow. I think I want to plug that battery in and just swap them out. This thing don't get ran much though. It's just expected to not be very happy. Yeah, this one's got a little while to go. Hey, it's done. Probably two bars of battery, yep. But it did the freaking job. This one never had a cap on it. Yeah, this thing has 2 trees in it, but it freaking stinks in there still. I'm gonna let it air out, of course. And it's nice out now. Breezy. Alright, this one did it as well. That didn't take long at all. 2 bars of battery as well. Not bad. We'll give these 2 machines a ride. The back tires are good enough. I'm not even going to bother checking them. So we're not going. Probably only 3 miles is it. Yeah, that one's a little low, but I don't care. Ugh. Definitely running a little rough, but it's had a miss since my grandpa drove it here. It's got a bad exhaust leak. It's even had one since my dad's had it, but it's just gotten worse. This thing's a big vehicle. Brakes are actually good on it. Yeah, they're definitely a little sticky. I might need to move that navigator. Oh yeah, this thing has drums in the back, so they're gonna stick a little or be a little touchy. Oh yeah, I didn't even hardly hit the brakes. Look at this. Yep, they need the rust belt taken off. Okay, I know this thing will make it this far. I should probably move the Navigator because this thing's pretty freaking big. So, yep, I'll get the rust off those. I'll be back. Yeah, this thing's definitely not running very good. I just heard a few pops out of it. I bet it needs plugs and stuff, even though my grandpa said he's had his mechanic check it out, but it's not running very good. He never drove it either, so that doesn't help. And it's just sitting more here, so because this is the whole reason I can't drive it. See the steering wheel? Like I said, my grandpa had a little incident, but I'm not going to get in detail with that. You guys just don't need to know everything, so that's all I'm saying. He had a trailer on too. See the wheel's straight. Look how left it goes. And here is, that's straight right there. That's quite a bit. Oh shoot, rain. Gotta make it quick here then, because the windows are down and everything. But yeah, that's tracking straight. And guys, the shop is only 5 miles away, and I was very sketched out driving this thing 5 miles, and my grandpa drove this 688 or 678. Like, well, it wasn't this bad until he had that little incident, but good God, it's not good. That's why it's not on the road right now. It's just not in very good condition. I'll get on it some, but not too much. That brakes are getting better already. And it needs a big time alignment too. Somebody there. Other than that, I mean, it's not bad. And this thing's always had play in the steering since my dad's even owned it, but of course it wasn't this bad. And the speedometer's like 7 miles too fast on this thing, because 70 miles an hour is actually 63. Yeah, this thing, don't know why I'm driving this. I shouldn't even be doing this at all, but I am. Man, why do I do stupid shit like this? Screws in the tires, steering is all fucked up. Sorry about my language there, but I just never drove a vehicle that's this unsafe to be driving. So, hey, at least I'm not going far. No insurance, so if something happens, FUCKED. Let's get on it. Yeah, it was trying to get up to speed when I floored it. I don't think my grandpa's ever done that to it. Yeah, you can tell it's not having it. Usually when you floor it, it will go. But I'm not doing that anymore. Just wanted to kind of show you guys what condition it was in right now. It's just very shitty right now. So, but you know what? It's a 99 Suburban with 227,000 miles. So what in the world do you really expect from a 25-year-old big truck? I know it's an SUV, but it's so big. I always called it a truck. But yep, I got to keep pressure on the wheel to the right just to keep it to track straight. But luckily we're turning on this horse and buggy. Good thing we're not following them. We're Turning right on this 1300. Oh, they're going there too. Yeah, look at those. Luckily, we're not very far from home, so. It's gonna suck. I mean, it sounds worse than it is because the exhaust leak. It probably would sound better if it didn't have such a bad exhaust leak. But it just makes it sound worse with that exhaust leak. I thought it still sounds pretty cool, but it's definitely gotten worse since November of 23 even. So, this thing will eventually get the help it needs, but for now, the old girl's going to get parked. But I am enjoying it, this little drive. But I figured I'd film it because who knows when the next time it'll be freaking ran and drove, so probably not for a long time. So yeah, I'm not even turning the wheel to the left, it's just pulling itself hard. Yeah, these old GMs, I forgot how soft the brakes usually are on them. But the temperature on this, it's always stayed nice and cool. My dad put a giant radiator in it. Yeah, it's... I plan on, after us getting it fixed, I plan on driving this almost every day. My grandpa only drove it once a freaking week to go to the dump. That's the only time he used it. Or swap meets, flea markets. My dad and my grandpa used to go to a lot of those things. You remember old Great White? My grandpa, that's pretty much what he only used that truck for. They put so many miles on that truck. That's why it's got the miles it does. And also it's been used on the tree service, so but the 235,000 miles when my dad got it, well, I should say, had 235,000 miles on it when my dad and grandpa traded. My grandpa got this, so that's how he ended up with this, and then that's how my dad ended up with Great White. But my grandpa doesn't need this anymore, so he gave it to me. He was telling me all the paperwork and everything he's got for it, but he just doesn't need this big of a vehicle. He's got his little Ford Escape, and since he's moving here, he'll have a lot more other vehicles he can use if he has to. So, yeah, and I still can't believe how big of a vehicle this old Suburban is. I know it's good size. But we are back into the Liberty Mills. We never really left it, but I remember sometimes if you hit the gas from a stop, it didn't that time, but sometimes it'll act like it wants to die. There's that white Suburban right there. That one's in a heck of a lot better shape than this one, though. That guy drives it every day, so it's a GMC Suburban. But other than that, it still runs and drives, so it's not a complete loss. So, yeah, I want to go to the building here. Alright. Yep, we made it back just fine, but I'm not going to do that again. So, we'll just park it, put the tender on it, leave her alone. But at least I got to drive it before I parked it. I just wanted to make sure I got one drive in before I parked it and moved it. Because I'm not going to be starting much with the maintainer on it. Well, horn still blows good. I don't think the temperature's gotten that high before. Well, it has, but it doesn't very often. It's so nice not having a beeper in this no more. I still got the beeper. I don't like that. Just, you know, if it was beep beep, it's okay, but I also don't like that either. But it's just one of those annoying dingers that never shuts up. I mean, you guys heard it a lot of times. You guys remember, I bet you my OG subscribers, they definitely remember this thing very well, because I used to make a lot of videos of this thing back when my dad had it. So I bet you I got OG subscribers on here that remember this vehicle pretty well, because I used to feature it in a lot of cold starts and stuff. So definitely still a decent vehicle, even though it's kind of a piece of shit, but it'll get fixed. You guys want to know, there's my other 5 amp hour battery. My dad's got this cool battery hanger where the batteries are meant to clip on and stay on, so that's pretty cool. They'll stay out of the way that way. That's where I put mine, so it's not randomly laying. Wonder if it's still at 2 bars. No? I'll plug it in anyway, because I don't really like running batteries dead. There we go. That's my dad's charger, but he was kind enough to let me keep it over here. So I don't think it's a rapid charger, but no, it's not. But hey, it still charges, so I'm not complaining. It's a charger. It works. Does what it needs. Of course, you got the awesome 9 amp hour battery Milwaukee blower. I think I'm going to take the Jeep on a quick ride too. I won't film that because I just don't want to. I just want to drive it myself. Let's park this thing. I'm going to go in the grass, but not going to hurt nothing. Yeah, it really hasn't been trying to die a whole lot. Yeah, brakes are good now. They're ready to go. Still sits again, and that's what it's about to do when I get it parked here in a second. Of course, that thing's still running really good. It's up to 213,030 miles now. Pretty close to 30 miles. Alright, I'm going to get those extension cords fixed. So, well, our final resting place has been picked. Tenders on it, so time to let her get parked again until I start it again, or until we are ready to work on it, which will probably be that. But I want to go drive the Jeep and enjoy it, so I'm going to get out of here, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to freaking call her a day. I think I'll just park the Jeep right here since the little Ranger's inside. I'll just park the Jeep next to the Suburban. But alright, hope you guys enjoyed that drive. So, I'll see you guys in the next video.